Good evening, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all social platforms. This is the one and only Coach Quentin Sharon Carson. And first of all, I want to say to all the men and women who have contacted me, who have made comments on my videos, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm utterly grateful. I appreciate you. I appreciate your place in this moment, in this time in my life. And I hope I'm serving you to a greater place mentally, emotionally, physically, and somehow you feel connected to me as I do you virtually, even though we're far, we're apart. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate especially the men that have emailed me, DM me, and say, "Hey, brother, thank you. I needed this. I'm crying." I don't take this stuff for granted, and I reply when I can. I reply. I don't just, and hopefully I can keep that up, regardless of my following. That's my goal. I can keep this up, and I can make a personal connection with my followers, not just some random guys spitting off stuff uh, on video, virtual, or whatever you want to call it. But I want to come to the men. I shared with you all that my platform is for the men during this time. I'm going to start doing some videos for the ladies. Ladies, please, please, please listen, because I'm helping men to be better men for you. And it's imperative that I get the men to understand some things. So men, I'm talking to you, and I'm going to help you out with this quick message. I'm going to be very, very quick, but very, very, I want to hit some couple of things that we need to do to grow, to gain, to go further, to do more, to be more to you, yourself, your friends, your families, and your loved ones. So here we go. And as I sit and I'm taking my mental notes and I'm going through my psychological notes, because my first degree, I shared this with you in some videos. My first degree was going to be psychology and sociology, because I wanted to understand the mindset and human behavior as they interact with other humans in communities, societies, and neighborhoods. But I dropped out. I was bored to death, and I majored in communications and theatrical performance. So nevertheless, I'm very passionate about the human mind, the human psyche, and how we can go further, faster, and do more, and be more available, be more emotionally connected. And that's what I want for the men during this day, age, and this time. I want you to be emotionally connected. Women are tired of saying, "Oh my God, he's full of drama. Oh, he has drama in his life. Oh my God, he's toxic." And what they're really talking about, men, is your baggage from past relationships. And I want to tell you, men, make sure you quote Coach Quentin Sharon Carson, that stop complaining about the pig and you're the one dressed in the slop. I'm going to say that again. That's powerful. You always complaining about the pig. "Oh man, let me tell you what she did. Oh man, let me tell you how she is. Oh man, let me tell you what's going on." And you're the one that's dressed in the slop. You're the one that is, because if you complain about the pig, you have to keep in mind, if you complain about the pig, which most men do, complain about the pig, their ex-girlfriends, their ex-baby mamas, their ex to ex, you complain. And the problem is, you're the one that agreed with the slop. You're the one that have accepted the slop. You're the one that have tolerated the slop. And anything you tolerate, you make excuse to keep. Period. I'm going to say that again. Anything you tolerate, you make an excuse to keep. So you have to free yourself of this toxicity. That way you can't go further in another relationship, a brand new relationship, and a woman has to accuse you of drama, being drama prone. You bring in her drama, you bring in her baby mama. Let me make sure I'm correct and you understand me, guys. No woman on this earth wants to hear about your ex. They don't want to hear about your ex. They don't want to hear about child support. They don't want to hear about you got 5 exes and 10 different kids from all these exes. They don't want to hear that, especially at dinner. You're trying to impress her with a steak, shrimp, lobster dinner, and the first thing you're going to mention, oh, my baby mama, they don't want to hear that. I don't blame the woman. They don't want to hear nothing about your baby mama, how bad she is, how horrible she is, how many times she called the police on you, how many restraining orders you've had. They don't want to hear that. That's all that pig slop that you carrying over to another relationship, and you have to learn how to bathe that stuff off of you. And hopefully I can get to you in this video and tell you how you bathe yourself from that toxic relationship. I tried to touch on it in the last video, but I wanted to share this. This has been on my mind and my heart. The worst woman that any man on this earth can ever date, marry, court, call, text is a gossiping woman. She has to be one of the worst women to date in the world, a gossiping woman. And I hope my parents are listening to this too. My parents, you all have to find a way to get your kids in a loving conversation to admit their teachers are inappropriate, are sharing inappropriate conversations with them, are talking about sex with the kid, are talking about sexual positions with your child in the middle of a school day, which by recollection, I don't think they have taught sexual education since the late 70s, early 80s. They removed that from the classroom. So why would a teacher in 2022 be talking to your kid, your child, they are still a child, about sex, about sexual positions, about their husbands, what their husbands do? That's why teachers have sex with kids, by the way. Not beyond only the conversations, but most teachers have the aptitude of a child. They're certified, hot degree, but they have that was something that grown-ups didn't do in the 70s. You couldn't enter a room with an adult. You couldn't even talk to an adult unless you were spoken to. They used to say that in the 70s. Speak when you're spoken to. Now kids curse at their parents, tell their parents to F off, sleep, bring people over the house and have sex with their parents in their parents' house. I could never bring anyone to my mama's house and have sex or have company, period. She didn't have it. And now these kids are doing everything that they didn't do in the 70s and early 80s because most adults, even teachers, listen to me, have the aptitude of a child. They talk about the child. They talk about everything with the child. They mention everything in sex and during sex and their boyfriend. And they're showing your children text messages. They are so utterly unprofessional, egregiously ignorant, and they share it with your child. So you need to protect your child because most teachers, not all, most teachers they have very low aptitudes. You should never, ever, ever bring a child into an adult conversation to share anything about an adult matter, and teachers do it. They are guilty of it. So you say, well, what's this woman, coach, that I should avoid? What's this woman that I need to excommunicate from my life? The gossiper. The gossiper, the woman that thinks she knows everything. You can't tell her nothing. She always, girl, let me tell you. You can always tell a gossiper. It's easy to tell. They always say, you don't say, girl, let me tell you what I heard. Girl, I got the whole, They always have the whole story. They never tell the truth about the whole story and their part in the story. Okay, understand this, because I'm trying to finish this quickly, because I won't be with you long. But the gossiper, they won't tell you they were there and they were giving head, giving oral sex. They were just as they won't sling dirt about themselves. This is the gossiper. They will always sling dirt about the other person. And the problem with gossip, is this. The gossiper always makes the other person seem like trash to someone else that actually admires them. I'm going to say this again. The gossiper always makes the person that they're talking about seem like trash to someone that actually admires them. So you got to get rid of this gossiper in your life. She's horrible.